Justice League Dark number 16, written by Jeff Lemire and Ray Fox, art by Mikkel Janin. So last issue we left off with the group getting all weirded with their magic. Deadman came back to life and was immediately shot in the head. So this issue opens up with everyone like, oh my god, you killed Deadman, you bastards. And then we get Deadman's perspective where he's like, okay, hold on, wait a minute, let me get this straight. I just came back to life and I was killed again. Now I'm just pissed off. That sucks. Anyway, this world's afterlife feels a little bit different, but I can gather the gist of it is I want to go towards that bright light in the sky. So he flies his way up there, and it turns out there's some monster named the Infernal Core, and he's like, oh, none may pass. I am the toll taker of the damned. You must fight me in order to get by. And so Deadman's like, whatever, man. Throw some punches. He throws some back, and he's like, I do not have time for this. And so he just grabs the guy and pushes him through the light. And he's like, there, now we're both back to life. And Toll Taker's like, I'm not supposed to be in this dimension. This is weird for me. Meanwhile, the giant soldier guy in the armor, he's like, oh, hey, you're magic. This is a land of science and logic. You have no place here. And he just extinguishes and explodes the guy. And he's like, all right, cool. Who's next? So then we cut to the underground where Zatanna and Tim Hunter are. And they keep on calling him Your Majesty and how this place is his birthright. And then we get the whole exposition bit of this world was a world of magic. It had all the different magical things in it. Elves, dwarves, fairies, you name it, they were here. But it also had humans. And everyone thought that the humans were just, another one of them. You could just be peaceful with them. They didn't have any innate abilities, but they were there. But it turns out the humans didn't like having no innate abilities, so they created science. And with their science, they made warfare and guns and stuff. And so they thought, all right, look, we as magic people just need to lead the humans, go full no contact, and they will leave us alone. But they underestimated how much the humans hated them, so they went full extinct mode and just tried to get rid of all of the magical creatures, from millions down to hundreds. Until one day, the greatest mage of our time showed up, their king, and the wizard's name was the Hunter, who was an ancestor of Timothy Hunter. And that's why he has the bloodline. He's going to save the day. So cut back to the wild area where the battle's going on. Frankenstein is attacking big soldier dude. I wish I had a better name for him. And the scanned Frankenstein is like, this guy doesn't have any magic in him. He has like a weird form of science. Go ahead and capture him. We need to scan him some more. And it's like, right. So he fires a net at Frankenstein. Meanwhile, hulked out Black Orchid shows up and starts charging after him. And he's like, that guy's definitely magic, but, a lot of strength potential. We need to study it some more as well. Also neutralize Black Orchid. So meanwhile, Deadman, Constantine, and Xanadu are all just standing around. Constantine, of course, is unable to lie anymore, and so he's like, oh man, I feel terrible that we're doing all this to you, Deadman. Deadman's like, you don't have to be sarcastic, dude. He's like, I'm not. I can't do my thing I usually do. Xanadu's also supposed to be immortal, but that's not happening anymore. How much time you got left? She's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm 80, which means I gained about 50 years in about 10 seconds. She's like, right. So we really need to pick this up just so we can save your life. So at that point, Deadman goes and tries to possess the guy in order to knock him out. And the guy's like, yes, a ghost. We have our own thing for ghosts. And he keeps him in basically what is the proton pack. Like it does the same thing and just stores him away. And then Constantine's like, hey man, you seem pretty stupid. And if I was having my normal abilities, I'd be able to talk circles around you, but I can't. So maybe we just stop hurting us. And he's like, no, you guys are magical and I'm going to take you in. So please stop fighting. He's like, well, I'm actually just distracting you so that Black Orchid can attack you from the back. And he's like, what? Oh, just knocks away Black Orchid. I don't think it even captures her. So at that point, Xanadu chimes in just like, hey, okay, stop. We surrender. We'll tell you whatever we know. Just hurry up because I literally do not have much life left in me. And so like, all right, cool, whatever. So then we go back to the underground and they explain a bit more to Timothy, like, wait a minute, hold on. I don't come from this world. I come from the other world. How could I possibly be a descendant of that man? And it turns out that in the final days, all the wizards and mages came together and they're like, hey, we need to bail on this planet. We found another dimension. It's called Earth. We're just going to lay low there, build up our armies, and then we'll come back and take back our planet. I found these technological marvels known as the books, and they're going to teleport us over there. I've locked them so only my bloodline can use them, so no one else can follow us. Get it? These are the books of magic. And they're like, we can't use science. And he's like, tough. We literally have no other option. So they start activating it, but then all of a sudden there's an attack. A bunch of them are killed, and only the hunter manages to make it through. And the reason they know all of this is because they had a oracle on their side who's able to see through the dimensional barrier. So it's like, yep, and now you're back and you're going to save us all. And they start chanting, the hunter walks the woods. So we follow the soldier dude as he's bringing everyone back to home base of Epoch, I guess it's called. And, his name is Vicar. There it is, Vicar. So at that point, Constantine, because he's unable to lie, he's like, Xanadu, I don't say it's enough, but I always kind of liked you. And she's like, Constantine, just shut up. Okay, cool, got it, great. And Frankenstein's like, don't worry, guys, we'll find a way out of this. So they all get unloaded, and they are told to, start walking. But all of a sudden an earthquake happens, and they're like, what's going on? Is this one of you guys? And it's like, no, it's not one of us. Meanwhile, in the underground, the earthquake is happening. And it's just like, yes, the world is fighting back against the people on top. And Xanadu's like, are you kidding me? No, something's wrong, man. Something's very wrong. And then we see, even back in the real world, Dr. Johnny Peril is like, there's an earthquake happening on our mountain right now. It's also seemingly happening all over the world, and it's coming through the portal. I can't close the portal or else I'll be trapped over there. So we might have just doomed 2 worlds. And we see across all 3 of our different storylines we're following, a giant magical storm has opened in the sky, and earthquakes are happening underground. So not good things. I liked it. I think it was a fine enough thing. I know they had to do something to John Constantine, who innately does not have a lot of powers himself, so they had to make him tell the truth all the time. But I don't know. It just felt kind of weak the whole way through. I don't know what I would have preferred, but this just didn't feel like quite the right answer. So it's fine. It's not great. It's there. Art-wise, I enjoy it. Mikkel Janen's always a treat. And I like the backstory of the mages, and, this is why Timothy Hunter is this important thing. I enjoy that. I hope they can pull it off. I really want to see that work as like this cool final battle sort of thing of Timothy Hunter embracing magic again. I like all that. So overall, I'm going to give this one I'm just going to give it a 7 because it just feels kind of like a middle issue, but I'm looking forward to seeing when we really get the stakes building up. And I know right now we're facing down a multi-world apocalypse, but I just don't see the actual effects of that yet, So 7 for this, looking forward to the next.